I am feeling a little crafty today, and while I am inspired to whip out my sewing machine, I said let me go ahead and turn my camera on. Don't know if this project is going to work. Don't know if I'm going to upload it. So if it turns out good, then this video will be uploaded. But I was looking at my Bible, and I don't know, yeah, it's definitely going to show up. But the cover, it's a soft cover, and it's definitely used. Can you see? Definitely used and abused. Rightfully so. But I don't like this. And I did some sewing a few days ago, and I have a fabric that I love, a leather, a faux leather vinyl that I've used to make large cosmetic bags and planner bags. So I'm running low. Hold on just a moment. So as I was looking at this, I was inspired to cover it. I've never ever done this before, but I knew that I had some fabric that I would love to see on the cover of it. I don't know if this is going to work out, so I just figured I'd turn the camera on and whip out the sewing machine and do it. And I may even post it even if it fails and ask for recommendations. I was going to pull up some YouTube videos, and I may still do that in the process of this, but what I'm going to do now is I'll let you see how I'm going to mark out the fabric and just eyeball it. So here we go. And if you hear humming, it's because my fan is here on the desk. So I found some scrap fabric that I can possibly use to make a smaller bag out of, but I want to go ahead and try this. And I know that I'll need the cover to be a little, I need some overhang for when I cut it out so that I can have some seam allowance to sew it down. But I used a sticky note and just wrote out some tentative measurements and what I want my flap to do. I just hope that I have enough fabric. I want the flap to come over like this, and do that also for the back page so that it'll stay on. Like that. I don't have enough to make it even on both sides. So I am going to, what am I going to do, y'all? Probably clip it and then mark it. Is that what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and take that off. And then that gives me enough to sew the top, the bottom. Also need to, I want to have a clean line here, so I'll just hem the fabric all the way around before I sew these pieces together. Now, I'm not suggesting that this is a tutorial for you. I'm just showing you what I'm doing today. I'm documenting this process. So I choose to sew, but you can possibly glue your cover down to your Bible or any book of your choice using E6000 glue. I think that that would work. And I may even have enough to make this even. But I think I have enough fabric to do what I want to do to this. I'm going to mark right here where I want the flap to be sewn down. And I'm going to do that to the other side. it looks like this will be a pretty simple sew. That's what it's looking like. I'm just hoping that's the case. What I failed to do the first time, I didn't close the book to make sure that I had enough fabric. So initially I drew a line to where I needed the flap to be sewn together. And with this one, when I revised it, I just made a mark right here. This is how far I need my fabric to come over to create this, this opening. This is so wild and crazy. So this is a pattern only for me because y'all, I'm getting nervous. So what I did, I drew out lines to where I want to hem the cover so that the edges are clean. So I'll pin it down to the hem line that I drew out, and I did that all around the fabric. And then I also have these lines to where once it's hemmed, I know that I need to sew the flap right here, and I'll just do a little stitch here just to keep it closed so that I'll be able to slip the cover into the flap. Let's see if this works. Okay, friends, keep in mind that the Bible rubbed off on the inside, but nobody will see it. I'm not making these for anybody else. Here is my cover. Now I wish I wouldn't have so sharp edges, but let's try it out. Let's try it out. I think anything will work better than the raggedy and worn cover that I have now. Okay, one side is in. Come on, come on, come on. Please don't fail me. I'm shaking the camera now. Okay, not so bad, not so bad. There it is. I could have gone down a little further when I hemmed, when I did the top, but that's okay. And then there's the bottom. It's covered. It is covered. I think it's gonna work. So now I would love, let me see if I can get the whole Bible cover. There it is. Not bad. Not bad. Now this is the only part I think I should have had a little bit more give. Can you see that? Right there. But I am going to work on stretching the vinyl. And I think that's all it needs. It's just a little bit of stretching. I'm going to stretch it out to where it can lay down, and I'm going to sit something hard on it. But for me, I think this works. There's the inner flap. I want something else. It's missing something outside of it saying Holy Bible, but I'm not going to do any vinyl or anything to it. All right. She is. I found this little rhinestone tee from Hobby Lobby. It was on clearance a long time ago, and I never knew what I would do with it, so I put it on here just to give the cover something else. Like I said, I wasn't going to add vinyl or anything to it to say Holy Bible. I just put that there. I definitely know that this is my Bible because of the tabs. And y'all, I'm ready to read some scriptures and enjoy my new cover. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. But this is not the season to be perfect. I definitely didn't want the worn covers that I showed you earlier. I just wanted to spruce up the cover, test myself, and see if I could make it into something different. And I'm really happy with it. Yeah. All right, study time. Here we go. So I also have these small journals. They are from the Happy Planner, and again, when Hobby Lobby has their stationery items on clearance, that's when I typically get it, and I just hold on to it. But these are some really cute prints from a while ago, and I want something for specifically for my Bible. I usually just have it separate because I've never had a cover for it. And I think I'm going to not settle, I want to say settle, but I want to see if I can place this in there. And that way I will have, oh, yeah. And it worked. It worked. Now, you know, one other thing that I wish that I would have thought about, and that was adding a pen slot to it. But this works perfectly. So I can add this in there, or if I have notes. And I'm also wanting to see if I can even add a bookmark. Let me see if I have a big bookmark that I can add in this little pocket right now. But that makes me happy. I can always have something here. Now, when I did that, I realized that it did not have lined pages, and that's not going to work for me. So let me find one with lined pages. Here's one. What is that? Okay. This one has lined pages. So I will swap the other one out for this one. And I am good to go. I'm really happy with today's DIY. And yeah. I'm going to do some Bible time, and there are some other things that I want to get out of my head onto paper. I'm going to do that today, and I'm in a stage where I'm really having to show myself some grace because I have not been feeling depressed a little bit. And it could be hormonal. It can definitely be hormonal. But I usually like to pay attention to when I'm not feeling my strongest. Like, is there something I'm overlooking? Am I overthinking something? Do I need to reassess some things? So that's where I am today. It's going to be a quiet, I hope, a quiet day before we get ready to go into the business of the week. And I want to use the day to give myself grace and do some reflecting and weeding out any thoughts and feelings that will not serve me. That's my purpose for today. And I think I've been doing that over the past few days, and it feels good. And again, you know, it could be hormonal, but even with that, I don't want to dismiss it, and then it comes back up. So Bible time is going to be important to me. And again, I have something on my heart that's reoccurring, and I just want to visit it to see if it's something that is going to benefit me in the long run. So hopefully after spending some time praying, meditating, I'll have the unction to go towards that thing and just entertain it a little bit while today is young. And yeah, giving myself grace, and I'm going to acknowledge any feeling that I feel that I believe needs to be acknowledged, so I can either ditch it, address it, and heal from it. Take action. All right. Today is like the perfect weather. We had brunch. Guess that would that be brunch? Lunch on the patio. Me and the girls, we don't do outdoors, but because we are in what, 68-ish, 70-ish degree weather, the husband said, let's go outside and eat lunch, and it was really pleasant. I mean, no humidity. That doesn't last long here in Arkansas, but there's little to no humidity. The flies and the bugs didn't come bother us, and we just listened to music, and now we're getting ready to, I guess, just sit around for a little bit. They're eating dessert, and of course with teenagers, TikTok is a thing, so if you hear a lot of movement on this side of the screen, it's because we're TikToking. They're TikToking. All right, so spend a little bit more time out here with the family before we go into our own separate nooks and nests in the house. So as you can see, we are, you know, nothing is really blooming yet. But we have our sectional that's normally on the patio. Husband has been power washing the cushions and it's sitting outside to dry. And he also started to power wash the patio. Let me show you what that looks like. He started power washing this part. I don't know if you can see, but he did all of this, and then can you see the pollen and all of the buildup? He has to go out further to do those. These are drying, and in this little portion, it looks pretty good. But let me show you the difference. He worked on this yesterday. Look at the difference. This is what he power washed, and this is what he has to finish. Wow. And this tree was full, but we had a really bad ice storm, and a lot of the trees in the neighborhood came down. So this tree is missing missing the center. Remember what I said about TikToking? TikToking. I love this weather. Oh my goodness, I wish we could keep this all of the time. There's a lot of pollen buildup, and oh, it's just horrible. I'm in my house slippers, so I can't, I'm not gonna walk up in there, but look how bad. I don't know if it is even showing up on camera. I love our backyard because it's not a lot of grass, and in my perfect dream summer, I could see us having tables out here and music and just inviting friends and our neighbors who are our friends over for a summer soiree. But we gotta spruce this place up for the summer. Ready for the grass to come back alive. And that's the golf course behind the gate. is my baby. Just getting ready. Riley, stop it. Why is she doing that?
Cause she bad.
Just getting ready to go driving on this Sunday evening. Hope she does well. Because I need her to be able to drive to take that one to school. And run all the errands. Okay, so as you can see, there's a thing about Leopard that I love. And I've had this fabric for a very long time. I wanted to incorporate it in my living room, and I did. So I used the fabric and I made this cover for my pillow. As you can see, here's the original pillow in there. So I made an envelope style pillow case cover, and that's my other sewing project for the weekend. I love how it turned out. I am trying to incorporate more of the, not Afro, but maybe like a British colonial style. So I'm starting to add more darker pieces to my living room. And these turned out really okay. It is hours later, and I am going to go ahead and edit this vlog. My oldest went driving with her dad. They said that it went good. She was really nervous about her turns and stops, and I think that this was good for him to take her so that my nerves could, you know, stay a little mellow today. He's fearless. But that worked out pretty good. I wish my battery was charged, because I would have liked to get footage of her driving into the yard when they called me to tell me she was down the street. My youngest is getting ready to cook. No, scratch that. She's getting ready to bake cookies. I'm going to edit this vlog and get ready for the week. I have enjoyed this beautiful day with family, perfect weather, and just getting some things out of my heart onto paper, and to now pray on them and see them come to fruition. I will talk to you later, because my husband is getting ready to do a lot of talking to me. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. And until the next video, have a great day.